Oh God,
Episode 2.
red light syndrome.
Cool. So we are back with Dubs and Lance, our two hunters. Are we hunters in this game? I forget what to call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, monster hunters.
Well, oh yeah, okay. I'm
Yeah.
I'm a zealous occultist and disciple. I don't know about you.
Let's see, get my thing up there. And we are. I have the document open somewhere. There it is. We are playing through the Waxen Moon, which is a hunt for Bump in the Dark. Last time, you can get that there. Great. Last time, we introduced ourselves to our new hunters. We have Wyatt, our spellbinder, and Lance is our disciple. They are back in our town of. I didn't have the map up, did I? Back in our midwestern town, Nero of. It's not Lost Pines. It's not. It's not the Pale.
Last Pine.
Last Pines, not Lost Pines. That's right. In Last Pine. And there's some bad stuff happening in town. We started off our investigation by talking to our friend Maribel Pine, who claims some connection to the founding of the town. Maribel works at the Historical Society, the museum that has all the historical stuff in town, and brought in our friends. I think she was primarily friends with Wyatt Dubs, but seems to have taken a shine to Lance. But in the basement of the Historical Society Museum, there was a wax head of the founder of the town, Albert Delcroix. His head nowhere to be found, and a crescent-shaped bowl carved in his chest. So he met up with her, poked around the museum some, found a couple clues, talked to the busybody across the street who has all sorts of stories about everything, including a head floating down the street, but also everything else. So, and also we talked to the guy, Joshua, I think it was, who is a longtime member of the society. Or was it, no, was it Joshua or Godfrey? I don't remember.
Let me check the NPCs tab because I think we added.
Did. Good job, us. I don't see either of them there.
Well, I guess we didn't. We added Og and Viola and Aspidistra and Eden. And no J names.
No.
Jerry Carter? No. I don't know, man. Can't.
We'll just have to keep together. Let's see, was it Godfrey? No, it wasn't Godfrey then. Must have been. Yeah, so it was Joshua. That's right. Yeah, Joshua Wolf. Who, yes, that's right. Met you there, and you explained yourself, and everything was cool there. Aspidistra was the woman across the street. That's right. Aspidistra Sands. So talked to them, picked up a couple clues, found some over on our hunts tab. We have our clues. There was a trail of drip wax leading out of that place. You found jars of multicolored moss there in a receipt for 1,000 gallons of number 2 heating oil. And after going to the police station to talk with the sheriff, you ran into Eden, who is some person thing from the woods, who gave you some cryptic talk and a handful of ancient soil before turning into wax. I believe the sheriff had also turned into wax. My transcript is correct. Wax. Oh, said wax a lot of times in the transcript.
Well, that's a major plot point.
Hanging on to that and doing that great. Eden turned into wax. Mr. Decay turned into wax. Okay, great. So I think
Lance and Dubs are the only two who's not wax.
yeah, so far. So our hunt clock is at 3 out of 6. You have 4 clues and 2 void clues. Were the void clues from us or from before? I think from us. IV bag full of maggots. I don't remember doing that here. Was it?
No, I don't either.
I think that's left over. So we are in the police station. Eden, the forest person, has just turned into wax in front of us, and yeah, that just happened. Things are happening. There are many more clues to get, but you can try to solve, and we'll resolve at any time. What would you like to do?
A lot of people are turning to wax, Lance.
Yeah, I hope we're not next. Is this contagious? You think we should get out of here? I'm not even sure what to think about this.
There obviously is some kind of trigger to this. I want to see what I can see about Eden, who's a wax person, just recently transformed. I want to see what I can see in the weave of magic as I understand it here. Recently transformed, perhaps there are some traces, something that I can use to try to understand what has happened.
Excellent. It was the sheriff that turned to wax, not the deputy.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, I
so
thought
I
it
knew
was
the
the girl
sheriff
too.
had just turned.
Yeah,
I thought the woman had turned into wax as well.
yeah. It was the sheriff and Eden, but the deputy is still around.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I thought I was talking about the Fey lady, which is Eden, but I think I may have misstated. Anyway, sheriff and Eden both having recently turned to wax.
Right.
Can I possibly use magic to connect to that and understand more?
Yeah. You have a couple dots and connect there, so we can
I
definitely
do.
reach out and see what we can find there. So we can get some help from Lance for some luck. You can take a deal with the darkness.
I would look first. I'll look at how much. Oh, you got plenty of luck, Lance. I think if we work together here, we might be able to seek out what foul magic is doing this to people we
Indeed.
barely know.
Give me a second. Surely this station probably has some like candles for emergencies, right? There was this one cult I was staying with one time, and if I can just get like 3 candles to put around them, I think it will help focus your.
Yeah, this is a place where there are storms and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there are candles that you can
grab 3 candles and set them up in a little triangle around the wax peoples to help focus the magic for Wyatt. Technique I learned.
That'll be 3.
My cult studies. How many luck does that cost me? I can forget.
Just one.
Just one, yeah, to help out. Cool.
All right, that gives me a 3rd die.
So you can push yourself, or you can do a deal with the darkness.
I could do both. I can get help and push.
Yeah, you can. You take your dice, then push or a deal, and then get help.
What deals are on offer?
Ooh. So let's see. I think deals on offer would be I think I would like to take the clock up one more to 4. That would be,
Ooh, last game.
Bastard.
I'll take that deal. That sounds amazing.
yeah, that's going to introduce some concrete consequences.
It's okay. All those consequences will turn to wax.
Yeah,
So
that'll be fine.
no big deal.
Cool. So you're rolling 4 dice.
I am rolling 4 dice, and here they come.
Who needs that many dice?
Wow.
Oh.
I did.
4 dice.
And I needed more, actually.
Ruh-roh.
Wow.
Cool. So that is a 1 to 3, which is a miss. Bad outcome. Things will go poorly. And I think let me yeah. Tell me what it looks like when you're reaching out with the magic to try and connect here.
I see Wyatt with the candles. He squints his eyes a little bit, so everything looks even more dim because he thinks, yeah, that's how I can see auras and energies and stuff. I think that was in a Reader's Digest or something like that. It's totally how it goes, right? Women's Day Journal. I don't know. It was a grocery aisle magazine of some kind that I thumbed through without paying for. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think a couple things happen here. The one thing that you are sure of is that if Eden is in there, you cannot connect with her at all. There's nothing of her in there.
No.
And I think the effort takes more concentration from the both of you than you were kind of counting on, especially kind of like it's almost like groping around in a dark room. You're trying to find someone that's not there, and you're brought back by the sound of the front door of the police station locking.
Ooh.
And when you do come to, you see that Eden has partially melted due to the proximity of the candles.
Oh.
You can
Oh no.
resist those last 2 consequences if you like by making a resistance roll.
I think the body melting is perfectly fine because, like, Wyatt wouldn't resist that because I know she's not there. So it's just a big wax thing. But the door being locked, that seems sucky. I want to resist that, please.
Cool. Describe how you resist that and take up those.
I think I would, because I do have the spooky power or special ability or whatever. So maybe I like reach out and use a bit of my ability to move the like keep the door from shutting all the way.
Nice. That sounds like it's heart.
Oh, good. I have a big heart of 3. But do I have a -1 because I'm void touched? All right.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, does that count in resistance rolls? I don't know.
Let me see.
All heart actions. Yeah, just all heart actions. So if it's a heart, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, resistance rolls are not actions.
Okay, so I do get the 3.
Yeah.
Cool. I need to change that to resistance. And it's 3 dice, and let's see if I can do better than a 3. Hey, a 4. I have to mark 2 luck.
Yeah, and I think you reach out and it was like pushing on the door. You can feel some resistance because someone else is trying to like shut it and shut you in, but you're able to like even like either hold the door open or maybe even fling it open and kind of push them back a little bit, or hold the lock open depending on what is there. But there's definitely someone trying to do that physically.
Ooh. Yo, Lance, somebody's trying to get the door. We don't want to get locked in here.
Lance sort of goes into instinctual mode and Let's use the signature style of his sect to try to kick that door real hard and hopefully knock whoever's on the other side down and
Ooh,
figure out who's trying to lock us in here.
yeah.
I think the signature style of his sect is a very like that sort of, what do they call it, martial arts, when sort of you're using, it's very like flowy and using momentum and other people's energy against them and things like that.
Or judo.
Yeah, very flowy style. So I think just instinct kicks in. He's sort of like pivots on one leg and like sits on the desk and sort of rotates across the desk, landing on the other leg and with the leg into the door.
Cool. And the door is glass. And you can see the person that is trying to lock you in.
Oh.
You can see that they are wearing a robe with a hood that covers
Giving
their
robes a bad name.
and they also, you can see on their belt loop there, they have a sickle. It looks like it might be like brass or copper or some like not gold, but that colored metal. And they're like fussing with the lock and trying to push it closed. Let's see how that works. Even on a miss, you can do one of those things. Cool. So it sounds like you are, that sounds like a wreck to me. You agree?
Yeah, no, I think there's no avoiding that.
Would you like to push or take a deal?
Pushing is where it cost me 2 luck, right?
It can cost 2 luck. Yeah.
I feel like I am pushing since it was all sort of instinctual and like sort of adrenaline's pumping.
Cool.
So yeah, I feel like I'm pushing myself for sure to get another die out of that. And
cool. You're at 2 dice right now.
yeah, 2. And remind me again oh, hold on, am I on the right? Yes, I am. Okay.
Yeah. You can also go for broke, which makes the consequences worse, but the effect more, or playing it safe, which makes the effect less, but the consequences less.
I feel like in this moment, it's all instinct. And for better or worse, I think I am going for broke.
Nice.
Because I feel like this is like a critical moment. We got to get this person. They're critical to us figuring out what's going on here. All right. I think that's it then. 2 dice and that's a 4.
A wicket. Increased impact, but a worse consequence. And I think what that looks like is as you come around and try and give him a kick, you actually kick through the glass of the door.
Yeah.
And I think that the increased impact, tell me what it looks like when your kick connects with increased impact.
I think it's definitely like strong enough that it just powers through the glass right into their chest, real hard. And then I think so glass doors have like ones like kind of crossbars in the middle that you push on. Mm-hmm. I think because I wasn't thinking straight and I wasn't prepared to go through the glass, that messes with my momentum, and I end up kind of like, duh, and my leg kind of catching on that bar and falling over backwards.
Exactly. And you also get gashed by the glass. It was not safety glass for some reason.
Son of a...
So you're going to take a wound for that. That's over on line 35 there.
Did you already mark that, or did I have something marked already? Because I see exhausted marked.
I
was already exhausted.
Down there.
So I just take a wound, I see.
Yeah, just take a wound.
Dig it.
Oh, yeah, and there should have been -1 die for that, but we missed it, so we'll get it next time.
Yeah, I totally forgot that I was already exhausted from staying up all night, I think.
But they are sprawled on the ground. The increased consequence is that as you kind of get your bearings, you see that there are 3 more of them outside, advancing with their sickles drawn in moonlight.
What, Dubs? We got company.
Or it's not moonlight yet. It's still daytime. It's just a good image. It's moonlight.
Kind of nursing my wounds. I hope you have some magic that's better than that kick I just did.
Crash bang boom.
Ow.
You're muted.
Okay. That was all I said. It wasn't super
Oh.
worth unmuting for. Um, so doors open? Not open.
It is gone.
Awesome. I just have random stuff, but I can push my luck to do things
Hmm.
like a thaumaturge can do, or we could just get the heck out of here. Um, what egress options are there?
You can make a run for it in the street. You can go out the back. Those are the two main ones, unless you have another idea.
Those are all good ideas. Okay, man, let's go. Let's cheese it.
All right, cool.
Go out the back.
Go out the back. Great. Um, yeah, and I think they struggle to get in through the door because there's that crossbar there, and you're able to slip out the back before they get in. But they are there with the wax statue of the. Oh, actually, the deputy is still there. I think as you're running, you hear like gunfire, bang, bang, bang.
Oh, that's true.
So he's taking care of business, but y'all are probably smart to get out of there.
Oh man, I feel bad. We let I like my I have feelings about leaving behind a deputy. Oh,
Yeah. I mean,
I think I kind of stop when he's firing the gun. Oh man, Deputy Fife. That's
all right.
obviously not his name, but
Give me just a second. Probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Bob Haskins, chief deputy.
I push my luck to activate my tenacious power,
Ooh,
which will get rid of my exhausted condition.
nice.
I kind of glow with a little bit of magical energy for a moment. Something I learned from the cults. I feel better. I'm charged with adrenaline. I mean, if we want to go, I'm game for going back and checking on her. I mean, I'm sorry, is deputy or her or he? I can't remember.
Deputy is a he, sheriff is a her.
He.
Yeah.
He's got a gun, so it's good for. I mean, maybe it's good for us to be with a guy with a gun. But now that we've escaped, though, we can maybe take I don't know, you want some kind of a more cautious approach to sneak back and see what's going on without, or do you just want to bust in and hope for the best?
you whichever way you want to go, Lance, is how doves will follow. You can determine this one.
I'm thinking sneaky. So if the deputy has not had it under control, then maybe we'll have the element of surprise to help sway things in the deputy's way.
So you're gonna kind of like loop around the front and try and like flank them, basically.
I think that seems like a thing to do, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna roll a fortune dice here. I need to see what yeah. So as you loop around, the guy that you kicked over has either gotten up and gone inside or vanished somewhere else. You can definitely hear a struggle happening inside. Maybe one more gunshot goes off, but there's definitely a physical scuffle happening. What would you like to do?
I mean, I guess try to quietly enter where, again, see where that's heading. And if the deputy needs some help, then we'll jump to it.
Inside the reception area, the sheriff is still like waxed at the desk, like like that. And the four of them are like they've got him. His gun is on the floor, and they look to like they've got him kind of grappled, and they look to be imminently doing him harm.
Can't have that. How many of them still?
Or
God, he didn't do anything.
If he were effective, we would be needed here.
Good point. Do I have any clue from my culty background who these people are with? Does anything look familiar?
oh, um, you know what? What would we do here? Um, I don't think there's anything on them that identifies them that you recognize. I think the robes do look familiar to you, and I think the thing that stands out is they look like dusty or a little moldy. Definitely seen better days. They're not crisp out of the cult factory.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
So we snuck in. We've seen them. The deputy's in deep trouble if we don't do something, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they, does it look like burning them is a okay idea?
I mean, robes are flammable.
Yeah. I'm a scream out, stepping away from Lance, so Lance can keep being stealthy if he's got something sneaky on to
Yeah,
pull
it's a
off.
good idea because I was going to see if I could find maybe if there's a rifle around the station I could
Yeah,
grab.
yeah. Keep sneaking, keep sneaking. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be doing a thing. I'm gonna pull out my I'm knocking off a gear slot. This doesn't give me anything, I don't think, but I want to do it. I think I've
Mhm.
got a little amulet.
Hmm.
Focus on it. Amulet like for anyone who looks closely, looks like a certain golden medallion as seen in Raiders of the Last Ark. It is a replica.
Hmm.
He holds it out and screams out, "And now the Thragus Vaspita to hell the end!" And then he's going to try to push his luck to unleash some elemental fire on these guys and burn
Nice.
their robes, or their rubs. Whichever burns, whichever's flammable.
All the
I
stuff.
want it to be in fuego. I'm burning 2 luck to do the thing.
Cool. That definitely does sound connecting, opening to the void. That's a connect. Unless you want to go for a wreck, but
I'm not great at reckon, so I'll be connecting if that's okay. Got
cool.
any darkness deals?
Mm. You are already void touched, so I think, um, mm, I think you will lose control of the fire.
Ooh. I will not accept that because we are in a place that helps to keep the peace, and burning it up also with bullets, it seems like a terrible idea.
Uh,
So it's just the 2 dice, I guess. Oh God,
uh,
Also, the opposite of helping the deputy if we burn them alive in the building.
and since you are void touched, you are down one on heart action.
No.
oh, it's hard. It's not. Oh, it's everything under heart. I thought it was just okay. You're right.
You can still get help
Oh.
from Lance though if you like
I
somehow.
can do what?
Lance can still help you if you can get help.
Well, he's kind of trying to stay quiet. It's up to you if
Depends
you
on
think
if I could
Lance can.
find a rifle first and maybe do like a distance sneak shot to help him that way. But it's the only thing I can think of.
There's not a lot of distance. I think like it's the lobby, so
Mm.
probably a
Son of a bitch.
shotgun in there that you could. I don't know if you can get at it by the time, but you
Yeah,
could
yeah.
probably get at it. Cool. So it sounds like we're doing one die.
Okay.
Oh boy.
What is go for broke?
Go for broke is trading position for that's
Oh,
bigger effect, bigger consequence.
fuck it. I'm going for broke. Increased exposure for a benefit. Here we
We might,
go.
we might be dead before you have to go pick up your.
Sounds not good. All right. Here it is. Come on, one die. Come on, one die.
Oh,
Ooh.
increased impact, but a worse consequence.
I had one of those.
Yeah.
Fun.
So yeah, I think the fire goes off exactly as you had hoped, maybe a little bit more, and engulfs all five people in the lobby. Let me make another fortune roll. Um, two of them like take off screaming into the afternoon on fire. And two of them are still struggling with the deputy, and eventually, they are lively for people who are on fire, but eventually they succumb and collapse. Deputy Haskins is also quite badly burned. That is a consequence you can resist if you like. And you're still muted.
Dang it. Okay. What's the so they all catch on fire.
Yeah, they all catch on fire, all five of them. Two of them run off. Two of them succumb to the flames in the lobby. Deputy is quite badly burned, but you can resist that if you like.
I will resist that. That's the part where I was like, I missed which part I was resisting. I want to make sure it was worth resisting. I think I will scramble. I'm going to resist with body because
Okay.
I don't have a minus on the body.
Yeah.
Although technically with the minus on the heart it'd be the same thing, but I don't care. I'm scrambling over to like
You
throw
don't
a
have a minus
blanket.
to resist on the heart, only for actions.
Oh shoot, you're right. Fine then. I'm going to use my connection to try to reduce, like pull the fire back. 3 dice. Sorry. Dang it. Thanks. Hey, the third die mattered.
Yeah, so that probably looks like you seeing Gary. They're not
It's Deputy 5. It's okay.
Deputy Josh. Nope, Deputy Bob. That's who it is. Deputy Bob. In the middle of the people you want to burn, you do manage to spend your effort to make the flames arc around him instead of he gets only slightly singed instead of very badly burned. And he like kind of scrambles for his revolver on the ground. He like points it at the still burning robes. He like looks around wildly and looks at you. What the who the fuck are those? What did you do? Where'd you get a flamethrower from?
Oh, it was in evidence. We got to get out of here, man.
I mean, the sheriff is. He starts stomping out the robes. No, he gets a fire.
Yeah,
I'll
help.
There, of course.
Fire extinguisher. That's even smarter.
Yeah. Still smoking a little bit, face down on the ground. It's like I don't even know how I'm supposed to write this up. Who are those guys?
Let's search them and find out.
Yeah. I think they were responsible for whatever happened. They must have swapped out the sheriff with this stupid statue.
Let's see, I need to find a name generator here. There we go. That's good. Great. You so the two people who are in the robes, you're able to pull them back. The robes are super messed up. They're almost falling apart in your. They have not been well taken care of, and the fire did them no help, no good. There is the two people who are not alive are it's a man and a woman. The man has like kind of they are both white. The man has sort of like hair, kind of like chin length hair that's kind of in curls. It's like very light blonde, burned on one side, and his face is burned as well. Seems to be in his like 30s or so. Oddly familiar, but you can't quite place him. Um, and the woman is similarly in a bad shape. Her straight blonde hair is pulled back in a ponytail with a ribbon on it. And I think the thing that strikes you is their clothes underneath the robe. They're all badly burned, of course, but they seem to be like they were like reenactors, like they've old-timey clothes.
Hmm.
And they do have sickles, which are clearly oak handled and copper bladed.
I think somebody's been reading too many old cult books and thinks they're some kind of old cult.
And I think there's going to be a clue off of this after that little tussle there. And the clue is going to be hempen robes.
What was the first word? What were robes?
Hempen, made of
Oh, hempen robes.
and Deputy Bob is beside himself. Like, I don't recognize these folks. They must be from out of town. What do they want? What do they want here? I mean, that's the least of my worries. The sheriff is, guys, I don't even know what to do now. I mean, I guess I'm the acting sheriff while she's statue.
Yeah, yeah. You up for the job?
If the job is like this, I don't know, but I guess I have to be.
Well, you're just a few days away from retirement. I'm sure we'll have this all worked out.
I'm like 30 years from retirement.
Oh, okay.
Well, look, you got me and Dubs as your honorary deputy.
Oh no, he is months away from retirement. Sorry.
I remember that.
Right,
That's
yeah.
one of the few things I remembered. So,
I'm thinking of the wrong deputy. So many deputies in so many games. Yeah, he is an older gentleman. I've seen a lot of things in my day, and nothing like this.
Yeah, you've been initiated into a bigger world of things going on around us, and not a lot of people know the details of, and it's probably best that way.
A lot of things do happen around here, but this is out of control.
Probably good for the three of us to work together. Me and Dubs, we have some experience with these kinds of things.
With weird guys in robes attacking you with farming equipment.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I've done a lot of studying of local cults and things. Spent a lot of time with them.
All right. What do you know about these guys?
Well, not much, but I'm gonna investigate. Is there anything? I can't remember on the last game. When we were back in the room? I feel like were we looking through files or something like that?
Yeah. What did we find? I don't know that you found anything at the station. I think all the stuff was around. I think you got the jar of moss from the neighbor, I think. And oh, the receipt might have been in the files here.
I was just trying to remember, like, if we already did that, or if it's worth, like, oh, should we look through the files, please, your files here, and see if there's any.
Oh yeah, I think you've exhausted the
Okay.
stuff here.
Hmm.
And just to review the hunt, when you think you have an idea what might be happening, you can use the clues to figure out what is the nature of the problem, what does it want, or why is it happening, and how can it be hurt, killed, or dealt with using the clues that we have. Technically supposed to use one clue for each one, but that's a little bit much.
We have no shortage of clues. We just have shortage of direct evidence of what's exactly going on.
How thoroughly are you going to inspect the bodies?
I mean, I would inspect them as thoroughly as possible because
I
It's
will
definitely
look for smokes.
right in
Lance,
my
why don't
alley.
you give me a read roll? Um,
Read. That's a one for me. Only got 2 luck left, so I'm not sure if I should push my luck on a read.
so when you finish up with your luck there, let me find the exact stuff here. That means you are. When you fill your luck track, you're going to mark a doom. And you either give into your inner darkness, which means bad stuff happens and stay in the scene, or take a final action with increased impact before collapsing, being left for dead, or otherwise being taken out of the scene.
That's after my doom gets full, you mean, right?
That's after you mark off all of your luck track.
Oh, so just as soon as luck fills up, that happens?
Yeah,
So why is there 4 dooms?
because your doom. So when you fill up your luck track, you mark off a doom and then empty your luck track again. So four doom. Basically, you can fill up your luck track 4 times.
Mm.
Out.
Well, you know what? I don't want to go with 1 die, so I am gonna. Let's see what happens. Let's play with things. Let's play with toys. I'm gonna
Clubs can definitely
fill.
help you too if you're both kind of. If you're right. Even if you're just rustling around with it for smokes, you can mark a luck to take another die.
So I have to mark 2 luck to take another die, right?
You need to mark luck, or you can take a deal with the darkness instead of marking luck.
Ooh. What deal is on the table?
What deal is on the table? I think you're already wounded there. That. I'll take a string on you. A string is a thing that I can use later to make things worse. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, sure.
Kind of like what is it in Slug Blaster? Um, whatever the GM dice are there.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Take a string on me.
Yeah, so you don't have to mark the luck if you're gonna take the string.
And I got 2 dice. What could possibly go wrong? What am I rolling? I already forgot.
You're rolling read.
Read. That's right. Yeah, so 2. Here we go. Hey, that's not good. 2-2.
Hey, 2-2. So yeah, the bad thing that's going to happen is as you search them, like start on a gentleman, kind of like you see that there's an entry wound where he was actually shot, like right below the ribs. There's no blood though, and as you kind of poke around there to see what is up, you see that there is indeed an entry wound from a bullet in his skin, but nothing is bleeding from it. And as you notice that, that's when he grabs your wrist.
Son of a bitch.
How do you react to that?
I mean, I definitely, I think, instinctually try to wrench my wrist away from him and jump back.
Mhm. Yeah, I think you're able to do that. It's not like an iron grip. He
Right.
did just come back from being shot.
Jesus.
But yeah, and as you back up, he pushes himself to his feet, like looks around, and puts his hand out to the woman who is also starting to rise.
Is Dubs still in the room at this point? I can't already. Do you see all this?
Back in the body for smokes.
Sorry. I can notice though.
They're getting back up, Dubs. They're getting back up.
Okay. I'm a burn him more. Maybe we just go. Maybe I mean we could burn him some more. But one seems to be holding your wrist. Maybe we just cheese it again.
I got away from him. I pulled away from
Oh,
his
okay.
wrist.
You did get away.
Their sickles are also on the ground. They haven't grabbed those back yet.
Oh, I'll definitely grab a sickle.
Hmm. Sickles. Yeah, I guess I gotta burn him up.
Cool. Light them up.
No, no, Thrakus, was mir da doch hell, yeah.
That's gonna be a connect again.
Yup.
That's gonna be pushing yourself to do it again.
Can I like
Man.
spend a luck to help him by maybe like the one nearest me, like maybe I push him towards the other one so they're nice and grouped.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Get in there.
Okay, so connect would be 2, -1 from void touch, +1 from help. So 2. Ugh.
We're in bad shape, both of us.
I'm not going for broke though. I'm just taking a risky action here. Actually, would play it safe be a smart call here if they're
Oh,
just
that's
now getting up?
interesting.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean they're already pretty burned. And from the grip, the loose grip that was on Lance, not incredibly strong right now. It did take 4 of them to just like wrestle the deputy. So yeah, he can play it safe.
I've never played it safe.
You're not wounded,
10
right?
sessions of this game, so we'll do it on the 10th.
Hey, 6,
Hey!
great, strong hit. So you do it with reduced impact, and I think that is enough to. Hmm, that's enough to knock them out permanent. Like I think, um, their robes and clothes are burned beyond recognition of their faces. Um, but yeah, they are down. They're both down for the count. They're both there together. Um, and with that 6, yeah, the deputy saw you do that as like, okay, that is not a flamethrower. Number one. B, is that Justice Wyndham?
You tell us.
I don't know. You guys, that's one of the founders.
Is there a statue of Wyndham
No,
in the
no, he
museum?
was. I don't know. We had to learn him in history back in the 80s. I mean, that or someone was doing a good job. And that means Joyce, Joyce Townsend. She was another one. I mean, they're all fucked up now, so it's hard to tell. But
And theoretically, these founders would be how old?
180. So they must have been cosplayers or something, right? That's
Yeah, sure.
actors. Although you did just shoot fire out of your hands.
Oh no. I like put it underneath. It's in a sleeve. It's fine.
Oh,
Let's
you're
go.
like Spider-Man only with fire. Great. Cool.
Yep.
Fireman.
That's not safe.
Spider Man.
Um, well, they didn't bleed when I shot them, but they seem to burn up okay. And there's 2 more of them out there.
Yeah.
And I don't have a fire shooter, so
And one of the founders' statues' heads was seen floating down the street. That's got to be
What now?
connected. From the Historical Society, there was a statue of one of the founders. It's missing its head now. It has been carved into. Some have claimed they saw the head floating down the street.
Was that after Astra?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like her. I can't believe anything she says. She's a lonely. She calls me up all the time, and I think she just likes to talk. She's
Yeah, but they say a broken clock is right twice a day.
I mean, her clock is certainly broken. I'll tell you that much.
And it does line up with the evidence we found at the Historical Society. So this one might have some teeth to it.
Well, I'll put on an APB for a floating head, I guess. Um, everyone in the station, look out for a floating head. It's just me, I guess.
Yeah, it's just you.
Floating head. Great.
APP to yourself.
It's probably getting towards evening. What would you like to do?
Were there statues of the other founders at the
Yeah,
Historical
there were
Society?
several statues down there.
Turn the Dubs. I think maybe we should go back and see if any other statues have disappeared or gotten weird. If those, specifically one of whoever he was talking, Joyce Townsend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Joyce Townsend and Justice Wyndham.
See if there's any statues of them, and if there was and they disappeared, or if they're there and they've been.
Sure, let's go back, man.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, deputy,
Yeah.
can we possibly have like some badges to be official deputies? It might get us in places if we to help with this investigation.
Oh, we don't really have those just lying around, but tell them to call me, I guess, if you need someone to vouch for you.
All right.
You
Thank you, sir.
did me a solid there. I'm gonna take the sheriff, get her in the back office so she's not.
And good plan.
Yeah. Um, cool. I think you get there just as Maribel's locking up for the day. Probably closing time. She's like, "Oh, you is that smoke? Did you guys like have a cookout without me? What's going on?"
Someone, I think we should tell her, Dubs, for her own safety.
Burgers and brats.
Burgers.
Without you, Maribel. Sorry.
Next time. Don't forget me next time.
We're looking for the heads or statues of Justice Wyndham and Joyce Townsend.
Yeah, they're in the basement. They should be there.
Not stolen?
I mean, they weren't yesterday, right? We can take a look.
Let's take a look. I want to make sure they weren't vandalized like the other one for
Yeah.
reasons.
Yeah, she takes you down there. They are not there. In fact, the only one there is the headless one of Albert Delcroix.
They're all gone.
Yeah, there were 4. 5
Hmm.
I point to you, Lance. It feels like you've got an inkling of what's really going on, Lance.
And the bodies that you burned were not wax. They were clearly like people who were burned up.
There's something going on where I don't know. Maybe someone, I don't know if some other party outside of the founders is involved, but maybe they're doing almost like some kind of a karmic swap where maybe if someone else gets turned to wax, a wax figure gets restored to life.
So the founders want to come back and take over, it sounds like.
Something like that.
Do you feel like you have enough to put a theory together?
I think you should put a theory together.
I think we do. I think maybe we do.
So we're looking for what it is, what they want, and how to stop them.
And do we, like in other games, so do we use these clues and like work them into the theory?
Yeah. And basically, you'll work 3 clues in, and you get 3 dice.
You Mad Lib
Yeah.
the clues together to this is what's really happening, and get dice the more you Mad Lib them in.
Yeah. So it sounds like the current theory is it's the founders. They want to come back and maybe swap bodies to get back to life, and do something, take over.
Mhm.
Don't have an idea of how to stop them yet, unless you can put something together from the clues.
And it feels like somebody else would have to be involved to start all this. You know what I mean? Like the dead founders couldn't themselves just enact this plan.
Right.
So there must be someone, a mastermind behind it, who's like, I'm going to bring the founders back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe someone who feels like the city has lost its way or need to return to the ways of old.
Don't talk yourself out of rolling dice.
No, I'm just trying to put it together. Name the three things again, Mark. Sorry.
What the threat is, what they want, and how to stop them, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What's the
So yeah, the threat is someone bringing a found. No, that is, I think, a I'm just feeling like, why would they want that? Who is the person that wants to bring them back? That's the real threat, I think. The person who's like bringing them back.
Yeah, identify, explain, and contain. What is the creature or phenomenon? What does it want, or why is it here and happening? And how can it be hurt, killed, or dealt with?
Okay, I guess. Oh. My culty background: robes, sickles. I think it's a cult. It's got to be a cult. It's always a cult.
Oh, and
Who
the lady from the forest with the soil said something about something there that is not supposed to be there. See if I can find what exactly we said. Eden said, the transcript here. Dirt, soil, she's looking at you. To take the soil, feels like it's rich and loamy soil from the forest floor. And as she kept doing it, it started becoming like more like sand and then dust. And she says they've disturbed something there in the forest.
Yes.
I can't see it.
So there's a cult who wants to bring back the founders. I think the hempen robes are the clue about the cult, because I think they're dressing the brought back founders in the attire of the cult with the robes and the sickles. What they want is to bring back the founders of this city. Now, how do we stop them?
And look for the clues to see if there's anything there that.
Oh yeah, good point. Good. I think the trail of dripped wax. Somebody trying to summon that last founder.
Mm.
And maybe they had marked it. The thing in the chest was like a marking that would allow them to summon it later, but they messed up the marking. And that's why it just summoned the head. So they messed up. So what we can do, if we can find out what that spell, if we can summon all those founders ourselves back to a location, I think your inkling to use fire is right. I think we summon the original founders, and we have to, because they were born from wax. They must perish in fire.
Is that the 1,000 gallons of heating oil?
Mm-hmm.
I'm believing this. Yeah.
All right. Would you like to make your showdown roll? It's gonna be 3 dice.
3 dice. 6.
Nice. You do it. Um, so showdown roll on a 6. That means your theory is correct and your plan of approach is sound. You're able to act on the exact answers you deduced. So, yeah, getting the founders together and setting them up. Setting them up.
So we just have to figure out the spell to lure them into a trap and burn them all.
And I think as you realize that, there's a knock on the door of the museum upstairs. And when you and Maribel go upstairs, and there's uh, a young boy, maybe like 8 or 9, and he's like, "I found this on the shore of the pond," and he holds up the wax head. It's just like dripping and covered in algae. Like, I think it's one of the old guys from school. Do you know who this is? And it is the founder's head that was cut off.
Why, yes, we do. We've been looking for this young man. Thank you so much.
I think it's a good place to take a break.
Yeah.
5. We'll come back and
Sure.
see what we can do here.
Dig it.
Bing. So the map of Last Pine in the chat there. We haven't seen that before. Last Pine on Tonagon.
What's the pick? Why did you?
I don't think
What's
he
the
had
pick?
the map before.
Oh,
I didn't see it on the.
I've made helpful
Oh, there it is. Yeah,
notes.
it's on the character
Yeah, I
keyboard.
was gonna say I do remember seeing it last time because we were talking about where the warehouse was.
Yeah, this one doesn't have flick video.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. A child has returned the head of Albert Delcroix to you. You're uh, set with a plan. Just need to know how we're going to do it.
I don't
It is
know.
nighttime now, so
I don't know where we should do this, but I think if we were to take the remaining statues somewhere, basically set it up to burn it, I think it might attract the others.
Threaten what they
Mhm.
care about. I like it.
Because they need that to complete their plan. So if we take it to destroy it, they got to come after us.
Heck yeah.
so having the map now, where do you think that is a good place to do?
The old Soot Hill Mine.
Just looking at the old Soot Hill map.
Yeah.
Fantastic place for it.
Because not a lot of other flammable stuff in a mine and everything. So it's good. We don't want to like burn down the forest trying to do it there, you know.
Yeah, and that is the forest that Eden came from.
All coming together.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Cool. So you can easily get out into the woods. Y'all troublemakers have been there many times before. And it's probably, I don't know, 9-10 o'clock by the time you get out to a suitable place. This is the Grand Sutil Mining Concern. They're industrialists who are making trying to revitalize the mining industry in town through whatever means necessary. Great. Tell me, we'll do a little paint the scene of what the like the new slash old mining area there looks like, where you want to set up good old Albert. What I think the actual paint the scene is, what improvements to the old mine can you see that the Grand Sutil concern has made since the last time you were there?
Safety railings. So that like there's little tours that go not very far in, but just to take tour groups like, oh, come see what the mine was like. And they need handrails along sides now so people don't slip and fall.
I am a little stuck. I'm trying to Google some mine safety ideas and not getting much. Mhm. Maybe it's less of actual safety and more several signs lauding the benefits
Mm.
of to the non-union working miners
Yeah, nice.
that they
Union taking
offer.
from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's some benefits that you have. Here's the health savings account that you now have access to. And
Unlimited vacation days. We're a family here. You don't need a union.
yeah.
Do you, Dubs, have any kind? I'm not familiar with the extent of your magical abilities. Do you have? Would you have a way to say have someone chase you into said mine that could be loaded with highly flammable stuff, and a way for you to get out of said mine, so that we could then engulf pursuers in fire without you also getting engulfed in fire in the mine?
Technically, no. But um I might be able to fly. Maybe.
Yeah, where do you want to stage this trap that you're setting for them?
I'm totally open to ideas. I'm just brainstorming here. So I was thinking maybe if we like set up we're going to burn the statue at the mouth of the mine. Hopefully they show up. And we're like, oh God, they're here, and run into the mine. And then hopefully we could like rig
Is
that.
this a kind of mine with mine cars and a railway of some kind?
Yeah.
Could we set it up and then push the car in so that no one of us has to magically get out?
Mm.
And then hopefully you're thinking they'll chase after the statue into the mine and we blow something.
Yes. So pretty much your idea, except I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's fair to say there'd be a mine cart at the entrance to the mine going down. Setting up the wax statue there. Are you putting the head on it, or are you just leaving it in the cart with it?
I think we need to put the head on a stick in the cart, looking back at them tauntingly.
Nice.
I'm down.
What is your plan to lure them or signal that the danger is there?
I thought that might involve again maybe I don't know if Dubs can it has some way to like tap into the ether to be like as if we're invoking something to destroy this statue that they might pick up on their psychic magic radio.
What does the void want me to do right now? Because I need to clear this void touched.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I think the void wants you to do the ritual to exchange someone else's, turn someone else into wax in order to bring it together.
Oh, really?
And you can hear whispers like just on the edge of your mind, like, oh, I might have an idea how to do that.
Hear me out. What if we do the ritual
to bring him back?
And to bring him back, he's going to be dead because headless. But maybe that brings all the rest of them. Just spitballing here. Out of character. That's a terrible idea, right? Like that seems terrible. The void wants me to do something very bad for us. And I want Lance to 100% call me on it if you want.
I think if you put the head on the mannequin and start the ritual to bring it back to life, that will clear your void touched 100%.
But also, it's going to kill somebody, And
Who knows if they're dead or not?
okay, but as far as I know, they're not there anymore, so they're not coming back. Very 80s scary movie thing where this is like done. Like you got to move on. That person's gone. Um, just hard.
I see where you're going with this. It's an unconventional plan.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
think the safer bet for everyone involved here would be simply to put the body and the head in the minecart and set it on fire and shove the minecart into the mine.
It is safer. You're not wrong. But how are they going to know to come here if there isn't magic for them to sense?
Well, I'm hoping that by that statue becoming engulfed in flames, that they will feel that somehow because they've been trying to summon that statue. And without it, they can't do their plan. So I'm hoping that will set off magical alarm bells for them. They're like, oh my God, our final hope for the plan is being destroyed right now at the mine. We gotta go
Okay,
save it.
maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Now, we
We
do
can do
need
that.
a lot of something to make lots of fire in the mine. So they rush in after a statue. From afar, I maybe would the we have access? Would the deputy have access to maybe like some kind of incendiary round I could fire from a distance?
I don't think. I think he's just got regular shotgun
Yeah,
shells.
regular, yeah, probably. Just trying to.
You could probably find a road flare pretty easily.
Then again, we have Dubs who makes fire.
Also, yeah, fireball,
Song,
I do have that.
poor man's road flare.
but we still just need to make sure the interior of the mine is very very flammable.
I mean, there are vehicles around, including well, you probably didn't drive here, but you could probably siphon some gasoline out of someone's tank if you really wanted to.
Sounds good.
Remind me again what the receipt for 1,000 gallons of number two heating oil was about.
You found that in the police department, police office files there. I think it was a receipt from the Grand Hill mining concern. I think it was someone from there had placed that order for something for some reason.
And that's where we are, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, maybe there's 1,000 gallons of heating oil right here.
I mean, it gets cold here. I'm sure there's an oil tank in a basement somewhere.
So we definitely got to get it all set up before we trigger it.
So I think getting it into the minecart is no problem.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of where you're sourcing your flammables and how you're setting up.
Yeah, if we grab like a empty gas or a get gas can, pour it in a bunch of, then I can light it from afar and then should go up.
I guess it also depends on what they're mining. Sometimes mines themselves are
Yeah,
very
maybe hunt
flammable.
around for some. Maybe they've got some blast caps here. Probably not, but
The old canary in a coal mine was because the mine might just blow.
I think so. If you're gonna like siphon some gas out of a car or something, I think you can just do that.
okay,
Think
fair
when
enough.
you are doing that, there are smaller buildings around, like the temporary trailers and all that. And I think as you're doing that, a light goes on in one of them,
Hmm.
and it's I don't know a few hundred feet away probably, and someone comes out with like shining a flashlight around. It's like, "Hello, is there someone out there?" It's a woman's voice.
Oh, Oh man.
Ma'am, this area is in great danger. You need to evacuate immediately.
Who are you?
We're deputies.
Yep. Police business.
What's Hang on, I'm coming over. What's the police business? I'm not going to yell.
Wow, she's very decent.
And she comes over, across the gravel. I assume you've already got the gas tank by now. um, two punks standing there with a full can of gas. She is she has like a dark jacket on, like a coat, like kind of professionally dressed, short dark hair, very like precisely put together. She says, "Can I see some identification, please?" Shines the flashlight at both of your faces.
Deputy.
Oh, badge. I'm like, oh, yeah, face badge.
I don't recognize you. What are you doing
What,
here?
what was the deputy's name again? I forgot.
Deputy
Uh,
Bob.
Deputy Bob.
Haskins.
Look, Deputy Bob said, call him. Call him right now. He'll vouch for us. We'll wait.
Oh, the deputy. And her face
Well,
Yeah, we're
changes.
Acting sheriff now because
Oh yes, I heard something terrible happened to you.
yes.
So, well, if it's the deputy, what can I
sheriff now.
sheriff, acting sheriff, what can I do to help you? My name's Piper, Piper Stevenson. I'm a spokesperson for the mining company. I've just here completing some paperwork, burning the midnight oil. And she like looks at the gas can.
Oh man, well, I'm afraid we can't give the details of this case, but there's a very dangerous group who may be headed this way right now. And we're here to intercept them. And if you are here, you're in danger as well.
Did you leave the wax statue in the minecart?
Yes.
I think it's probably still in the minecart.
It seems like carrying around a gas can is dangerous. Can I ask exactly what you're doing here?
You can, but you're not going to like the answer.
Try me.
All right. The spirits of the original founders have somehow been corrupted, and there are a cult force that are swapping regular living human bodies with the founders to bring them back like the horrifying undead from a fucking Romero movie.
And
We've got the head of one of the founders. We're going to draw all of them here and explode them in your least used mine.
So now is the moment you choose to tell the truth. Interesting.
Well, I mean,
I'm with you.
I tried lying and it keeps
I'm with you.
coming up. So
I have no problem with it. Just I'm surprised, but hey, that was your choice. I
I
like
think as
it.
Dubs is laying all that out, Lance over Dubs' shoulder, you can see two more figures, hooded figures, approaching in the darkness. They do not have flashlights.
they don't need them.
And she's like humoring you. She's like, really? Dead founders' spirits being zombies. That's quite an imagination you have. As the figures get closer.
Oh.
Why would someone want to bring the founders back to life?
Conservatives.
Conservatives.
They're very conservative. They want to take the town back to its original foundation, get rid of all of the progress that we've brought to Last Pine.
You keep explaining. I think I grab the gas can and take off towards the.
Her expression doesn't change, and she kind of addresses Dubs. She's like, "Did you know that Carlisle Soothill was one of the original founders? Also one of the founders of this company."
Was Carlisle Soothill one of the four?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good point, Piper.
He was
He's actually.
brilliant man. Did you know that?
Would you like to meet him? Because if you hang out here much longer, you can see his undead form. I think they're on the way.
And she goes to straighten her jacket a little bit and pulls up her hood and says, "Yes, I think I'd like us all to meet him." And she
The
pulls out
face.
a pistol as well.
Oh shit! I'm gonna punch her in the face. That's amazing.
Cool. So Lance is making a run for the mine. Dubs, you're there with the two founders approaching your group and Piper holding you at gunpoint. Let's go with Dubs first. What would you like to do?
Okay, this is a twist that Dubs was not ready for, and he should have been because he tried to tell the truth. So I would like to. Oh God, this is gonna bring some doom. Yeah, I'm doing it. I
Nice.
can briefly cloud a target's mind to confuse or sway them in
Mm.
the face of contradictory evidence. And I'm going to say, Piper, I'm sorry you didn't get the memo, but the great conflagration is how we truly unleash the founders. I need your help. Let's get this done.
Great.
And I will push myself,
Definitely.
means I am Mark of Doom,
Woo,
and clear it all.
nice. So that's gonna get you
No,
two.
that's not nice. I like this guy. He's a good guy, and you keep. I'm
So,
casting this spell, by the way, right? Or am I not? No, I'm not.
so Doom will you can either give into your inner darkness, lashing out, hurting someone, or going too far to stay in the scene, or hold off the darkness inside you and take a final action with increased impact before collapsing. Which one of those would you like to do?
I'm going to take a final action
Amazing.
before collapsing. And the
Um,
final action is this thing, I guess, making
yeah, I don't think you
Piper our
really
ally.
need to roll for that because of
Yay.
the Doom thing. What I think you can hold it like you're out of the scene in that you are using all of your energy and effort to manipulate Piper's perception and thoughts. What are you intending her to do?
I intend her to help Lance out because I am too busy.
um, and I think she kind of like it's kind of like a jerky marionette. She's like, of course, and starts walking towards the mine entrance. Lance running towards the mine entrance with the statue. Gas can. Tell me how it goes.
Yeah. It's a damn fine question. So I think I get to I get there. Hopefully I have time to
And Piper is on the way to help.
yeah. But I don't do I know that though?
Not yet. Not yet.
That's just the thing. Like I don't think
but Dubs,
I'm
I
just,
assume Dubs is like following along. Like,
all right. So I don't think. Oh God, she's killed Dubs and she's coming to kill me. I probably know something's up.
and the I think that the figures are. It's clear that they are under her control.
Oh, interesting.
So they will also go where you want. I think
Oh.
like when Dubs is like in her brain, you can like feel that like the strings.
And so, is she thinking right now? She's just going to do whatever we want, or is there a plan here? Like she's thinking that we're going to complete the plan?
Right now,
Unclear.
Dubs has got her. Like Dubs
Right.
blew his doom on this, so got full action right now. So I think, I mean, I think you can just burn them all down in the cart and shove them in the mine without having
Yeah.
to roll anything or anything.
I,
The
for
question,
some reason, just because probably it's more interesting and more fun just to be like, yeah, we just do that and we win. I feel like I would still need, Lance still feels a need to like, uh, at least pretend like this is part of a bigger plan.
Mhm.
And he's like, yes, well, I see that Dubs has clued you in on our, that,
Yes, the great conflagration.
yes, the great conflagration. Exact. Oh, good, Dubs. You told him about the conflagration. Very good. You see, to really truly complete the plan, the founders they must know that you're willing to make the ultimate sacrifice. So, not you, Piper. So these simulacrum of the founders, they need all gather around, put the head upon the final founder, and then join in a circle around them, and all ignite as one, and the power of all four founders together. I know that's a scary thought, but you will not be harmed by the flames if you are all truly one.
Yeah. She will follow through with that plan.
I'm going to stand back here with Dubs.
So are you intending her to be burned as well?
No, I mean, so it's the four. Who are the people here? Do we know? There's like, so Piper, and then there's the.
There's Piper, and then the two other founders, and then the original one. The
Justice
left in the police station.
Justice Wyndham, Joyce Townsend.
Yeah, Justice
think-
Wyndham and Joyce Townsend
No.
in the police station. Carlisle Hamilton or Carlisle Sotil, and the other one who wasn't named is Hayden Dairyhouse.
These names are
Oh.
a choice.
Oh man, this is actually tough. My initial thought was like that she would not be involved. Like, this is a founders only meeting. But then I'm like, but she's part of it, so she would probably just want to reenact it. Like she's obviously a problem.
And I think after this action is complete, I
Mhm.
think that's when Dubs will collapse and she will come back.
Yeah.
To
Yes, this is your chance to prove that you are one with the founders. I, unfortunately, as just a mere facilitator of the conflagration, I'm not eligible to be part of the circle. Sadly, I do hope someday to prove myself enough to maybe be promoted within the organization.
I think if you're asking her to sacrifice herself, that's going to be
Mhm. That's gonna be what?
a role for you.
Fair.
And I think it's going to be a sway, either a sway or
Mhm.
a spell, but you got a one in both of those.
Mhm.
Would you also like to push yourself?
Hold on, what do I got so far? So I got sway, which I've got a 1 in. Well, is that even an option since I only have 1 luck left?
Yeah.
I am going to push myself because this is a very desperate thing, and I feel like I think at this point it feels like life and death.
Mhm.
And like either I do this or we're all fucked. So I will push myself,
Go ahead and roll 2 dice.
but that fills my luck track. Yes.
Yep. And that'll hit your doom. Let's see what you get before we decide what happens.
Oh, see what the roll is, you mean?
Yeah.
I got you. And then so we're just up to 2 dice, correct?
Yep.
I feel like I gotta go for broke. No, wait, do I gotta go for broke?
I think at this point it's going to work out the same either way.
Either way, yeah, we'll just leave it then. All right, let's just see what happens. Oh God, that couldn't be any worse.
um,
Oh,
so
Snake eyes.
so you have a choice to make here. With your doom.
Uh-huh.
You can either one of the options here again. You can either stay in the scene and
Uh-huh.
your inner darkness,
That's what we're doing for sure. Because I was already doing that
and
kind of by sacrificing people.
so
So I kind of feel like the darkness is here, and it's like I got to do what I got to do, man.
I think that means physically, like she'll snap out of the trance and then
Uh-huh.
physically pushing her into the fire.
Man, I don't have time to think about things. I got to do what I got to do.
Excellent. um, yeah. So as she snaps out, she, is like, "Oh my God, they're on fire!" And she goes to stop you. You push her in. She falls backwards into the mining cart. The mine cart rolls down, and you see the entire thing burning and smoking, going down there, and listening to her screams. You are void touched now.
Yeah, fair.
And Dubs collapses, completely spent.
I think I just sort of kneel down with Dubs and just a bit uh, shell shocked, empty eyed, being like, "We did. It's okay, Dubs. We did it, man. We did it. We did it, man. We saved everybody. Yes, we did. We did it. It's cool. So everything's good now. We succeeded."
Awesome. Cool. That is the hunt, the mystery, the
Perfectly timed.
so Rich, you need to take off for a little bit. Do you want to come back and do like downtime epilogue stuff, or do you feel like
Sure. Yeah, that sounds fun.
okay,
That
cool,
sounds fun. I also have an RPG I wanted to share with you that I found on itch that I think is really super cool.
cool.
It's very short, but it's cool. So I'm gonna go mobile. We can chit chat or just take a long break, whichever you'd like.
How long do you think the break is?
15-ish
Let's just take a
minutes.
break for it.
Okay.
Cool me.
See you at the top of the hour.
Cool. See you at the top of the hour.
Dig it. Pew 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 pew.
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 Okay, so we finished the hunt.
And everything was fine and great, and we did it perfectly, and life is grand.
Yeah. Um, After the hunt, there's a little bit of fallout upkeep. I'm not going to track alarm because this is the end of this session. I would also take another string on each of you, I think, if panic was high enough. I didn't get to pull the string. But we will do hope. Hope is your XP, basically. So we will let's start with Lance and see what we get here. So hope is on the sort of lower right-hand side of the
Yep.
29 there. You get a point of hope if you approached a challenge with cooperation or control.
I think I definitely did at points.
Yeah, for sure. Did you embody your background or your drive?
I feel pretty confident in saying that I did.
Mhm. Did you express your belief or were they tested or changed?
I'm trying to remember. I mean, I want to say yes, but I just want to double check. What do I have? The belief that it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it changed.
Mhm.
I think maybe the darkness gets a bad rap. I might not feel as strongly about after having just done what I did.
Yep. Cool. And did you portray your relationship to the Pact or the people of Iron County?
Got a new flavor of gum.
I'm trying to remember what the stuff is. Yes, I think so. What is that a specific thing that I defined?
No, it's just like, did you portray your relationship with Dubs or the community?
Oh yeah. No, let's say yeah.
Cool.
Giving myself all the points.
Or Hope then. Richard, are you able to do Hope? Mobile like?
I could try.
Did you approach a challenge with Eldritch Wisdom or Arcane Power? I wouldn't say so.
Well, lots of arcane power.
Yeah. Did you embody your background or your drive?
Yeah, when I taste I can't even remember what my background and drives are.
Your drive is I will find a way to turn this magic to my advantage. It sounds like you did.
I will check his boxes for him. That's too
Cool.
because you already had one
You.
checked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Dubs express your beliefs or were they tested or changed?
The beliefs
I
being
think I
Lance's.
wrote a belief around
Lan-
Lance, didn't I?
Lance is a solid dude. I won't abandon him to the dangers that haunt this place. And you believe
feel
that
like that was
spooky stuff is a
tested.
route back to a quick buck, but risky.
That was tested. Don't
Yeah.
you think?
Yeah.
I think so.
And did you portray your relationship to the Pact or the people of Iron County?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I made several decisions trying to help the townspeople to reflect that relationship.
Cool. And the Pact also gets bond, same kind of thing. You get bond if you successfully completed a hunt, which you did. I'll mark that one off. Did you get in over your heads, pulled in something deeper than you realized? I would say so.
Yeah, I think that's a safe call.
Did you express or challenge your Pact's reputation or promise? The reputation is people in the know come to you with problems and others think you're a bit odd.
I arguably, I mean, I would say yes, just because like of the sort of battle. Like I really liked, like early on it felt like I was always willing to be like, there's supernatural stuff around us, and Bud and Dubs was much more like trying to make up shit, like, oh no, I had a flamethrower up my sleeve, and then till the end when he was like laid it all out. So I kind of feel like that was portrayed in that, and that he's always trying to take care of the people. But
And did you struggle due to inner conflict or interpersonal drama?
would that be like between us? It means, or
Yeah, it kind of sounds like it.
I don't know that we really did. The closest I would say
Yeah.
is when Dubs wanted to complete the pact, and I was like, let's not complete.
Oh, yeah.
the pact.
Yeah, I'll copy it. Yeah, take it. Go
How
for it.
about we not do that instead?
Yeah, I mean, you were struggling with the darkness and then you were struggling with him about that. So yeah, that totally counts. Cool. Then now we do downtime. Downtime has beats kind of like Slug Blaster. It's got basic beats. Those are all on your sheets. It looks like Dubs already has one, the leveling up. But you can do an origin story, cutting loose, leveling up, retiring. Probably don't want to do that. Base beats on that. And then you have specific playbook beats. So Lance has an ancient evil and new scars. Let's see, that's the Lance, right?
I need to look that up again.
Every scar tells a story. 3 hope. Your training has been pushing you to the limits with no sign of relenting. How they push you hard. You're exhausted, but you take a new ability. An ancient evil for 4 hope. Your sect has a fabled enemy or rival, and they've been training you. Who was it, and how is it coming around? And that gets you a monstrous ability. And the basic beats are getting an asset for the next hunt, lowering your alarm level, recovering stuff, or working on a long-term project. So Lance, anything strikes your fancy narrative wise?
I'm taking a look now. Oh wow, there's a lot of good stuff here.
And you spend either hope or bond. It'll say H or B on the cost there.
Oh, right. And what is? I see my hope. What is bond?
Bond is the Pact XP.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, dig it. So like we have 3 bond between us total.
Yeah, it's like your stuff or the crew stuff.
Oh, right. I'm gonna have to think on this for a minute.
Yeah.
It's not prepared. There's several good options though. I think since I have 4 hope, I feel like I'll level up in some way.
Cool.
Just deciding which way.
So that is describe how recent events have changed you. Maybe you're more driven or your priorities have shifted. Maybe you're just better at kicking ass than you were before. You take another playbook ability or mark a new action dot.
Yeah, I definitely think this has changed him a lot because like this is we encountered some dark shit here, and like a lot of people in town, as far as we know, lost their lives. I mean, I'm guessing the people who return to wax are not ever going to. They're effectively dead, is I'm thinking. And then, in the service of protecting the plan, having to embrace my own darkness and shove a woman into the fire, I definitely feel like there's there's some. Because I always thought that darkness gets a bad rap, and it's like, that's just people call it darkness. It's all a matter of perspective. And I feel like part of me believes that even more now, because that's what allowed us to succeed and save the place. But then also part of me struggles with that because I just pushed a woman into a fire and killed her. So I'm like, part of me is like, are you sure? Are you sure? Can you really call that good? Are you really okay with that? So yeah, that's going to cost some. I'll have to, I'll take a look. I'm not sure if I want to take a new dot or a new ability yet.
Cool. And Rich has a bunch there. And there's also the packed XP to spend if you like to look at those. This is all just going to be for like story purposes because this is the end of the run. But it's nice to think about.
You never know. We might come back someday.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of stuff takes a lot of bond.
Yeah, good point.
And yeah, it's got the whole faction game. So like as you're doing stuff in town, factions with different things go up and down. Like your faction with the mining company probably going down. Just that's how it works out.
And I'm guessing like the cut loose, which costs 2 bond, that's like if I took that, I get a new ability.
That's right. Yeah.
But not both of us who are in the scene.
Yeah. And you would do a scene with another hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you would take the ability.
I mean, we can also wait and see what
Hey, it's a Rich.
What Rich is gonna do.
It might be good to lower some alarm. How much alarm did we end up with?
Let me take a look.
That's a good point.
So generate alarm. The pack generates alarm as you go on hunts.
Oh, it looks like none.
Loud and chaotic. I think it was contained standard, so that's 2. There were public use of firearms or weird items, and property damage is another one. I don't think there was massive property damage, but a regular person was killed. That was the 1, 2, 3. The showdown did not take place with witnesses, so that's just 6 alarm.
Oh, just 6.
No problem.
Yeah, that might be good to eat up a couple of bond and take that down.
Doesn't take us over. Yeah, I'll think I will do a little bit of lower the alarm.
Yeah.
Chill folks out a bit.
What
comes
do you do to lessen alarm in people?
Spread the word about Piper being gone. You know, that's good stuff. People could be happy. A good thing came out of this. There's nothing to be worried about. Look,
there was evil right under our nose, but she's no more.
That's right.
She left. She disappeared.
She took a holiday.
Yep.
Part of that unlimited vacation.
Vacation, that's right.
She's on permanent vacation, like Aerosmith, but different.
So that takes 2 bond out of the pact, right?
That takes 2 bond out of the pact. Yeah.
Bing, bing.
And that just There's the pact. quell alarm, 2 bond, reduce alarm by 2.
There's only 4 left. So easy.
Yeah. Cool, man. It'll be all right. Did Dubs want to use any hope for stuff?
Might be smart. Let me see.
I'm just gonna make it easy and throw a dot into scramble so that I at least have a dot in everything now.
Nice. Accidental incantation takes condition and a new ability, or the descent get you a monstrous ability.
I will burn 2 hope and take care of this void touched.
Nice. What does that look like?
I think what it looks like is Dubs heading out looking for a particular NPC in our. Where is he? Keen Ebony Wood, way up at the top, a curios vendor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just the scene of heading over to Keen's, picking through a few books, spending time around his curios, reconnecting myself to the void.
Reminding yourself what's important.
Yeah, cool magic stuff.
Nice. Cool. Any other beat things y'all want to do before we do a little epilogue?
I think that's all the beat things I can do. And
Cool.
with 1 bond left, I don't think we can do anything with that. So.
Yeah. So I guess epilogue questions. Lance, do you stick around in town, or do you go looking for trouble somewhere else?
I think I do stick around in town because a high price was paid to protect this town. So I kind of feel even more like we're important protectors of this place now.
Okay, but can't join any more cults.
Nah,
This
I never
this
do
is your
that.
cult. No.
I just study them.
Oh, okay. All
Um,
right.
yeah, I was just sticking around. What do you tell Maribel after all this is done?
I guess since the pact is Lance and I, Lance, do you want to make her aware of the crazy stuff we do, or give her something that she can swallow down and
I think she can handle it. I think she can handle the truth. So we let her into the inner circle.
guess we do. Maribel gets to learn about the terribleness that we deal with.
She's got a lot of good resources that could help us out. She's like an honorary member of the team.
Nice. Yeah, and I think the last scene is her pulling something out of the basement and saying, like, I found this thing. Maybe I can help. And she'll become a shield. Enjoy the fact. Cool. And that is Bump in the Dark.
Yay! Thank you so much. That was fun.
Yeah.
Wanna get some quick stars before we sign off. Start with Heath.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I did love. I love it when something feels episodic, like a TV episode.
Mhm.
And like I mentioned before, but I loved Dubs. Like normally I'm the one who's like, oh yeah, the supernatural shit. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't care. And Dubs is the one like, no, I'm gonna make up stories about this. And then him spilling his guts at the end of me, like, all right, look, Founders are coming back. We gotta kill them. And that was, I think Lance was just like,
What?
huh, all right, that's new. That was a fun moment. And yeah, and Mark's always great at keeping things moving along. And I think, we got enough bits and clues and pieces to be able to put that theory together. Which before that, it came together right at the right time, because I do feel like when we started this session, I was like, I don't fucking know what's going on. And it was nice that we got to a place like, oh, okay, I can kind of see something that could be going on here.
Rich.
Dovetailing off of Heath's thing about Dubs finally tells the truth, and we find out why he doesn't like to tell the truth because he has bad choices. Oh man, that was so great. The twist of Piper being part of it and you doing the hood. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. I was just like, oh my gosh. That was very, very funny and a delightful twist. I was on the edge of my seat. Loved that. Heath, quite happy that you were. I was worried that we were going to play this game of chicken of like who's going to try to actually solve it. Because, I've been in somewhat carved by Britain where people are just racing to be the one to pick up the dice and declare it. And I had this vibe early on, Heath, where neither of us had any clue how to Mad Lib this together. And I had already gone, I'm not even sure. Please let Heath do this. And then you stepped up, and I was very happy.
Oh, good.
I was very, very happy you did. I thought about messaging you, dude. I have no clue. Just solve it however you want.
I'm always like, I'm always real. It's more that I'm always like real. I want to make sure. I never want to like hog it and be like,
right.
I'm gonna do everything. I want to say everything and do all the things and solve all the things.
We're gonna have this like opposite game of chicken of like not who's gonna go first, but who's gonna be the person who feels like they're stealing the spotlight by actually going. I was worried about that. This was fun. I'm happy that we were able to like wrap it up.
Yeah.
That it didn't feel like it kept going on and on like some mystery games can feel. This was good. It was tight. It felt like a 1.5 shot mystery, and it was fun. And I appreciate you running it. So thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I had a good time with y'all. I also had no idea what was going to happen at the beginning. And but there's only like the thing is like it's a little trifold with very few words on it. Like, oh, there's only a couple other characters. Oh, right, yeah, someone does have to be the bad guy. I guess it's her. It's her. and all sort of came together. So that was cool. I like all working together to put the pieces together. There's not a lot to the hunch. It's a lot of making stuff up. Thank you, big star to the Old English medieval name generator. I love the truth dump at the end just before the twist. That was good. Lance kicking a guy through a door. All the good stuff.
That was dope.
Going back around to help out the deputy, like choice move. And like that was the point where I was like, oh, I guess those are the founders. Cool. They are now. They're just guys in hoods. We're gonna see their faces. That was all good. Yeah, good time. I'm glad it was like he's like episodic. The wrap up was like it made sense to me. Like, oh, this is a really straightforward thing we're gonna do. There's like one little twist at the end, and then we do it and make a hard choice on a route. That felt really good.
What's funny is I don't know if it's just I'm naturally suspicious. Like I completely thought Piper was part of it from the second you were like, oh, somebody turns on the light in the camp. I was like, oh, fuck, the people at the mining, they're going to be into it. And so I love the fact that I wasn't sure when we were playing whether or not Rich did not know or was just playing that Dubs did not know.
Rich had no idea. That truly shocked me. And it was perfect. It's one of those like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense. But going into it, I had no clue. I was not leaning in to get scared. I was like, yeah, I'll just own up to this, and it worked out.
And I do, to Mark's credit again, like I did love how like the wrap up was still super satisfying, but that we didn't drag it out. It didn't turn into like this big thing. Oh, first you got to do this, and then you got to defeat the cult people, and then you got to they're going. And it didn't turn like an hour-long thing of trying to execute the plan. Thanks mostly to Dubs' sacrifice. It was like, well, because of his sacrifice, like you execute the plan. And yay.
I was looking at the map. I was like, oh, I need to get them up to the fucking mine somehow. And you're like, let's go up to the mine. I was like, yeah, great plan. You did
If
it.
if you're gonna burn something, it just seemed like the natural place.
All
Pretty
right.
nice remote mine.
Cool. Anything else before I stop the recording?
No.
I'm glad. I had no idea how we were going to wrap this up in 2 sessions, and it was like, oh, that's perfect. We're
Anyway.
great.
All right. Goodbye, the internets.